Hello, everybody. We're playing some more D&D. We've got a new character today.
Yay!
It's not really new because we've all seen it before, but you know.
Breaking up the sausage fest.
She's new to this campaign.
Sausage.
Which is slightly disappointing. But we'll make do. You know.
That's why she's only going to be here once.
Yeah, this is it. After this, I quit.
I'm surprised you made it this far.
Yeah.
So, I guess we should probably introduce everybody. I'm Scott from ScottDogGaming. We've got Jordan from TrueFriendsGaming.
Hello, everyone.
We've got Kyle from ChibiKy Plays and TrueFriendsGaming.
Yo.
You got Jesse from PlayerTwoInsertCoin.
Yo.
And we've got Carla from KalathraGames.
Hello.
Yo. Oh, I was hoping she'd do it.
So last week we played, and I guess we should have a bit of a recap. You guys were investigating the disappearance of Brian, the guard from the town watch of Ardington. You located the fact that he might have been taken by a man called Kern Skinner, who was operating out of the deserted Harboard mansion. And when you turned up, you found that Mr. Skinner had been practicing various scientific approaches to bring back the dead on villagers from Ardington. One of those being Brian. Rip Brian.
Yep, rip in peace, Brian.
It's okay. I brought him back to the town.
We also discovered that he'd sent an assassin to Israelware. No, the Kern Skinner had sent an assassin to Israelware to take care of a man called Aaron Nighthold, who you guys are unaware of who that might well be. But prior to that, you'd also been told by Aidan Abelgrain that you need to make your way to Israelware to tell Data Selden, the leader of the town of the Council of Israel, about the Crimson Lotus's plan to retrieve Ulrok, a demon buried under a mountain to the far south of the continent. And that's pretty much where we got to. You guys were returning to the town with Brian over your arm, relaying the bad news, and Devon offered you a horse and wagon to start your journey to Israelware. Anything anyone else wants to add?
No. I think we got everything covered for a recap.
Assassin bit, so no, I'm good.
Okay.
I wasn't even here, so
There's a reason for that.
You probably paid more attention. You probably paid more attention than them, Carla.
I was on a very one-track minded mission to get Brian.
You were, and it went so well for you.
I've leveled 25 for having a stupid name.
It was slowly becoming early evening in Ardington when Devon offered you the wagon. Chibi was
and
waiting outside.
500,000 gold.
I think it was 15, from what I recall. Kyle was waiting outside Helena's house just to find out if she came back. What do you guys want to do? Are you resting for the evening? Is there anything else you want to do while you're in town?
I want to get money so I can finally get armor so I don't have just the base armor class.
Well, you got 5 gold last time, so you know if you do another 7,000 missions,
you'll be set.
Yep, we'll be set.
Okay, so did you guys sort of just go to bed after the evening, or was there anything else happening? Or
well, it's a little private, but then I went to bed after that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you wake up the next morning, you head into the tavern, the Plump Calf, and Quintok makes you some breakfast. What happens from there?
I eat breakfast.
Was it nice?
It was pretty tasty. I mean, I'm used to.
It was leftovers from 4 days ago now. But...
Well, I mean, at this point, I'm used to like trail rations and things I can forage for myself. So I mean, anything's better than that, really. I'm not used to cooking.
Also, when I eat mine, it's standing up, leaning against a wall.
So Devon wheels into the town. A horse pulling an open top wagon. Looks quite rickety. It's not the best you've seen. The horse looks a bit decrepit. But it is transport.
I'm glad I realized he said horse.
No, they come later for Ignis.
Oh. Yeah, they do.
and he'll be happy.
Yep.
He'll come with them.
He's on a very dry spell. So yeah, the horse looks a little worse for wear. The wagon is probably just enough for all of you to fit in. One of you steering. They also give you a small cask of ale and some rations to head off on the journey. It's not enough to get you there. You know it's going to take you about a week heading north, sort of northwest to get to Israel. It's a fairly well-trodden road. You know, it's one of the major cities that you're heading to, so there's plenty of places to stop on the way. Anything you guys want to do before you head off?
I have no money and crappy food. I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think we're.
That is what I like to hear.
Forced railroading without it being railroaded.
Yep.
Got you guys in my trap.
You could go and say bye to Brian. I'm just offering you that opportunity.
I already did. I dug him up and I'm taking him with me.
There you go.
He's
Just can't leave
steering
him
the
alone,
wagon.
can you?
Just a
Weekend at Bernie style.
yeah, he's just hooked to those reins.
Okay,
Just
so as you
strap
guys-
him to the horse's back.
Yeah.
As you guys heading north, fairly slow progress with the old horse. Who's taking the reins?
Nah, 25. I feel
Yeah.
like from all of his time
mean-
deep underground, that it would actually be good for him to.
Wrangling and riding spiders. He's
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I do have, I
You have
feel
animal
more
handling.
comfortable around animals, so sure.
Okay. Roll me
Alright.
an animal handling
Right?
check.
That is...
I'm too busy sitting on the back of the wagon, hanging off of it like Batman's, like a gargoyle, brooding.
First roll of the game. What's it gonna be?
14 total, I'll take
Better
it.
than a single roll from our last session.
Yeah, right?
Pretty much.
Okay.
It did
you
seem pretty
guys-
dire.
Yeah, it wasn't good. So you guys,
Just a bit.
guys go about your journey. Days go past, nights go past. You're stopping, you're camping, you're occasionally stopping in a town for lodgings. On about the fourth night, you're still a couple of days away from Israel, where as you getting towards 7-8 o'clock at night, the clouds start rolling in over the direction you're heading. It looks like there's going to be a pretty terrific storm brewing. As you do continue to go on your journey, there's thunder in the distance.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, you pass a sign
Thunder.
that says King's Watch 4 miles away. Slightly off the path that you would normally be heading to Israel where, but you haven't seen any signs for anywhere else in terms of shelter.
Does it look like we can make it before the storm?
It looks like it would be pretty close. I mean, you're going in the direction of where the storm is, but you know, with the horse, you think it would take you another hour or so to get that sort of distance. But you know, it's sort of that or risking the elements, really.
All right, let's head
Right.
there.
Okay. So Jesse, in charge of the horse, doesn't ask any questions. He just
No.
drifts off towards King's Watch. As you approach the town, the clouds are getting heavier. They start to open. There's rain bucketing down. It's a pretty torrential downpour as you slowly roll into the town. The town is quite a large town. It's pretty empty because of the weather, you assume. There's lots of open streets, but there's just no one on them. As you roll into town with the horse, you look for any kind of signs of civilization, any kind of signs of somewhere to get out of the rain. There's lots of shops. They all seem to be closed. The only thing that really catches your attention is an inn called the Rosebud. And actually, from the outside, if it wasn't pissing down with rain, it looks like quite a nice little place. There's flowers outside, which is obviously where it gets its name. Town isn't massive in terms of inside the walls, but as time's gone on, it's grown outside of those original walls.
It's the sign that hangs down shaped like a sled.
The Rosebud, afraid not. It's actually of a rose. Shock.
Okay. I was curious.
What do you guys want to do?
Look at
to
the
the
place,
tavern.
complain I don't have enough money to buy anything, and get back in the wagon.
Actually, I've got some prices. Let me just see if I've priced you out of any. No, so you guys head up to the tavern. You pull up. Guessing you tie up the horse. You grab any of your possessions and head into the Rosebud. As you go in, it's pretty quiet. There's not really anyone. There's anyone in here. There's a dwarven lady standing on clearly on something, cleaning the bar. There's another small dwarf carrying some food over to a table. As you look to your right, sort of behind where the door is, there's a man dressed in black with a hood sort of pulled down more or less over his face. Picks up his beer, drinks into it, and then just carries on staring into his beer. And there's a middle-aged man who looks up as you come in, gives you a nod, and then goes back to eating his food, which has just been delivered.
All right, I'm gonna go up to the dwarf that you said was standing on the other side of the counter. I'm guessing that's like the manager.
Yeah, well, you walk up.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk to any of the obvious quest lines because it's awkward to just walk into a place and talk to people you don't know.
Oh, but maybe I've gone for the double bluff.
I leave
the
again.
double bluff.
There are no quests.
This is Poverty, the simulation.
This is the episode where Carla just sings for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I like it.
Sounds good.
Our best one yet.
Yeah. So,
My character can't hold a tune at all. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, so you walk up to the bar. The lady behind the bar is like, "How can I help you?"
they,
What?
yes. Would you happen to have some rooms available? We just barely got here before the storm came.
Yeah, it's horrible out there. We've got one room. It's a common room.
One
Does
room.
every freaking tavern we go to only have one?
Yeah.
That's not a character still, but I'm.
I'd have to draw more.
Scott wants us to cuddle.
He does. He likes us.
I essentially want you to be in the same room as Ignis overnight.
This is just Scott's fanfic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In reality.
The doors lock.
Condoms fall in the room.
All right. I'm gonna. Yeah. I guess we'll take it if that's your only room available.
Okay. It's 1 gold.
Sorry, I don't have that.
Okay.
Yeah. I give her 1 gold and give her a wink.
Okay. She takes the gold.
I mean, technically, since he paid for the room, do we all just get to use it now?
It's a common room. She hands over essentially a key to you, Ignis. She asks if any of you guys would like anything to eat or drink.
Some food would be lovely. And what's your name?
My name is Esmelda.
Esmelda. That's a nice name.
Thank you. Where are you all coming from?
We were coming. Where were you seeing some Cain?
Nope. I said his wiener.
We were coming from just a little town, a few days off. We're heading into the city, but the storm came and.
Oh, to Israel?
Yes.
Okay. So it won't take you long once the storms pass, but we've been having storms like this for quite a while. And they seem far more frequent than they have past.
That doesn't sound too good for traveling.
No, roll me an insight check.
Well, should we buy some of my old crap?
Would you buy some of your old crap?
Yeah.
Did you say? Well, you could always ask her.
Can I can I sell maybe like a short sword and a mace?
You can definitely ask her.
I can't be bothered.
21.
Okay, so you get the feeling. You get the feeling that she's not telling you everything. She's trying to put a brave face on things. You're sort of looking at her. She's not offering maybe all of the information that you'd want to know. And at that point, the door opens and a half elf walks in. Looks a bit like a bard, actually. Weirdly, she walks in, soaking wet. What does she do?
Yeah, so she'll walk in and kind of try and do the thing with her hair where she tries to get all the water out of it as she's walking up to the guess, the group while they're standing talking to the barmaid and just be like, hi, I need a room for the night. It's very wet outside.
Oh, I've just let the one room out that we've got. Perhaps these gents will.
Don't you dare, Ignis.
I mean, would you mind terribly? I won't take up very much space.
Sure, not a problem, my dear. Not a problem at all.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm sleeping in the carriage.
It's an open top, Cain.
And I'm hoping it will kill me.
So Esmeralda's like, oh, that's good. That's good. Can I get you a drink? Anything to eat that we've got?
Yes, and I'll pay for these gentlemen as well for their hospitality.
Okay, that would be 500 gold. No. Drinks are 5 or 6 silver each. Food is sort of 5 or 6 silver. It's it's pretty standard fare.
That's fine.
It's chicken and veg. It's stew.
Especially pays it gold and gets everything.
So she's like, go take a seat. And she points over to a seat fairly near where the middle-aged man is sitting in the middle of the room. And she said she'll bring the ale over.
I realize now that trying to make my character a stupid level of like edginess now makes it physically impossible for him to ever succeed in like completing anything because he has to like be broody about it. So I can't ever get anything done.
No, it's perfect. It's great. Yeah. Thanks. Just what I wanted.
I'm gonna keep the character. That's why I have to be stupid out of character, but I have to keep the character in character.
Okay, so I take it you guys go and sit down.
Yeah.
I don't. I stay against the wall.
Okay.
I turn my seat around backwards.
Okay, so she heads out the back. She comes out with some plates of food, plates individually, and then brings over some ale, puts it down on the table. The geezer at the back in black is sort of still looking down at his beer, minding his own business. The middle-aged man in the middle of the room keeps sort of looking over and looking towards you, and then turning back to his food and his beer.
Once food's in front of me, I'm just shoveling that shit into my face, like.
Yeah. And I'm not letting the other people's problems distract me. We have our goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to.
The other two are the voices of reason. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn to Kala's character and give her my shirt that I never wore, just so that she could like dry her hair off, because I'm still shirtless.
Okay.
Can
thank you.
Use this to dry your hair off.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And what's your name? My name is Ignis.
Sarya. It's nice to meet you.
Sarya. Pretty name for a pretty lady.
Thank you. Thank you.
He said the same thing to the bartender.
Yeah, I pause mid-bite, shake my head.
He also said it to 25.
Don't mind Cain. He's a bit of a grumpy.
just a bit of a grumpy?
Yeah. I was trying to think of another name, but just grumpy. Grumpy just.
That
was all you need to know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he has his reasons.
Yeah, I've never played an edgy character before.
Well, I'm sure he does. Cain, what is your reason for being so grumpy?
I'm not grumpy.
All right.
Right. Okay.
So you go.
All right. Let me ask another question.
Just at that point, you hear the man at the table next to you sort of let a little giggle to himself.
I ignore him.
Yeah. Same. So, Cain, this has been on my mind for quite a while. How does a angel become fallen and not turn into like a fiend or demon? Did your deity give you a second chance or something? Because most stories I've heard is they either turn like rogue and start destroying stuff and turn evil.
It wasn't by choice. It's a tale of betrayal.
Ah.
Who'd you betray?
I was betrayed.
Hmm.
Haven't we all been?
You're all very stunning conversationalists, I must say.
Thank
At that
you.
point,
Surprisingly
man
enough, my charisma is actually 4.
the man at the table again giggles to himself, clearly listening to every single word of the conversation.
I'm not going to feed into his quest line. I ignore him further. In fact, I ignore him more than I was before.
Okay.
I want him to physically feel ignored.
So you have your back towards
Oh
him?
my god.
Yeah, I actually walk over to him and I lean against him.
Please say you actually do that.
Sure. It'll give Scott a reason to make him actually talk to us.
Yeah.
At that point, you hear a loud cracking noise coming from outside, a crackling,
I guess the
followed
chair was
by
weaker.
followed by screams of agony. Just someone clearly in a lot of pain. You watch as Melda, the middle-aged man, get up and head outside, as does the guy with the hood on.
Scott,
I take a
is it-
deep sigh.
Yeah.
Finish, like, throw the rest of my food back and fucking head toward. Is there like a window to the outside that I could like
a window
look
to the
out?
outside. Yeah.
I want to brood in the window seal.
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 Scott, what was the scream, male or female?
It was male.
Male. I'm just gonna look through the
The
window.
windowsill. Yeah.
Sarya is gonna run out
Okay.
to see what happened.
Those people in the hood or whatever, they'll figure it out.
Those people in the hood, did you say?
Yeah.
the one
It's a
person.
movie.
Are they boys?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, actually, I'm gonna look through the door that's open now.
Okay. So you guys, as you look outside, about 150 or so foot down the road, you see a body laying on the floor. The rain is still hammering down. There's water on the floor. You see a female kneeling beside him. Past that distance, you see maybe another 30 or foot away. You see a group of men, all dressed in black, all sort of look armed, heading sort of towards the town. There's a man behind them who you notice dressed in black with a hood up, who is clearly talking to them. You obviously don't hear what he says, and then you watch as shoots of lightning shed out from his fingertips towards the female. You watch as her body starts to writhe on the floor. It contorts into angles that don't seem possible, and then you watch as the hooded man walks off behind the town gate, laughing to himself.
I think Emperor Palpatine just assassinated someone.
As
Would
he
agree.
disappears. At that point, you see these guys start to move forward, heading towards people's houses. There's a couple of guys with bows, sort of keeping a distance. You guys staying in the bar, or are you?
I don't know. These people may be really good guys.
Sarya ran outside, to be fair.
I've got to give you control of your character, I think.
Yeah, but I don't know her either. She might be a bad guy.
Yes, I am obviously a bad guy.
Well, I don't know you. You're just some
Them
lady
bad
that
guy
walked in,
PCs.
and now you're
Yeah.
living in our room.
So I said I couldn't really find a character for you, Carl.
Nice.
So a spider comes crawling out.
Okay.
I guess I'm heading out after Sarya. wherever
that
she
Yeah,
case-
is.
same.
Roll me some initiative. Just in case
Please.
you want to fight. You might not want to fight, Jordan.
I might not, because I don't know if they're evil or not.
I don't know. I don't
Well,
know,
we
man.
don't. As far as I know, this town could be evil, and these people are coming to save us. And
Okay.
that's Cain's thoughts on this. feel like he has a much better spectrum of what's, the concept of black and white versus layers of gray.
So, Jesse, you got 22, yeah?
I did indeed.
I very much hate writing in my initiative order 25, 22. Stupid.
Just call him TF, then you know it's 25.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, then Scott will look and be like, "What is TF?"
What's
TF?
The fuck?
Yeah.
And because I've got -1 dexterity, my roll's 14 instead.
Okay. 25, you're first.
All right.
10, nice, 25th.
30. I'm gonna move over to here, kind of trying to get behind this building over here for cover, type of deal.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna do any other action. I'm gonna ready an action that if any of these 6 people attack any of the people in my group, then I'll attack them.
Okay. Okay.
That's my go.
Sarya, you're up.
Is it visible from this distance that those 2 people are dead?
It's one of them certainly looks very charred. There's just smoke rising off the body in the rain.
Plus, they have a skull and crossbones floating above them.
There is a skull.
Yeah.
So they could be poisoned before they got electrocuted.
Or pirates.
The female looks in better condition, but since the other man walked away, hasn't necessarily moved a great deal.
The lady that got electrocuted looks like she's in better condition.
Like she got electrocuted, but
Yeah, one
isn't
looks
as charred.
One looks like they got burnt. The other looks like they got electrocuted.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like move up a little bit to try and see if they look like they're moving at all,
Okay.
like if they could be savable.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Do you want to roll me a perception, I guess?
Okay. Give me a second. 18 again.
Okay. So as you sort of get into position, you steady yourself and pay a real huge amount of attention to the female along on the floor. You can't see any signs of life, and you can't see that she's breathing. You can't see her chest expanding or anything. She is still a fair distance away, but while you're focusing, it doesn't look good.
Okay. That's gonna be my turn then.
Okay. Cain,
It's me.
you're up.
Nice. I'm probably gonna do the same thing that 25 is doing, where I'm readying an action.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be right out here in front of this place, and yeah, I'm kind of, I guess, more on defense. So if they end up trying to shoot me or something, or if they charge me, I'll either fight back or I'll block. Hopefully.
Okay. So these guys continue to go about their business. This fella walks up to here, and you watch as he kicks down the door and heads inside. He manages to kick down the door in one foul swoop. Let's just check that. He fails to kick down the door in one foul swoop. The other guy heads over. Obviously going to show him how to do it, and
Breaks his foot.
fail even harder to kick down the door. They're shouting, "Get out of here!" They're you can see that they're aggressively going about it. These guys have spotted you and are going to work their way up as far as they can, heading towards you.
Ignis just kind of sneak up.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
But aren't we in combat right now for the?
Yeah.
Oh, are we in combat?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's
We
usually what
rolled
happens
the
when you
initiatives.
Well, Scott said roll initiative to see if you guys will attack or not.
No, that was Cain, because Cain was being aloof.
Very aloof.
Right.
The most aloof.
The most
Hey.
aloof.
That's
Indeed.
something that you'd never know. Painting somebody to look evil when they themselves are the victim. Like, I'm sure
Okay,
when we
so
go into a
these-
bandit camp and kill the F out of them, anybody walking by probably thinks we're very evil.
These guys are going
Well-
to sort of sneak up and peer around the building. And they're going to have a little pop shot at old Mr. Cain, I think.
All right.
One of them rolls a 16.
So do I not get any type of like disadvantage for them or anything since I basically readied for it?
You don't get disadvantage on the defense, but
No, on their
you
attack.
your action was to attack if they attack, wasn't it?
But I was saying for if they try and shoot me or something, so I know if they're bad.
Yeah. So have you taken up like a defensive stance, or is
Yeah,
that a
that's
thing
what I
that
said.
you can?
Mine is
is that a
going to be
thing-
more defensive. I
is
don't
that a
know.
thing that-
That's what I was asking.
I don't know. Is the honest
Oh.
answer. Hold on.
Well, whatever. I've got 10, so it's going to hit me.
But you've got armor on.
No.
Yeah, you have. Just doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
It's made out of paper.
That -1 to
It's
dexterity.
made out of Brian's skin.
I was gonna
Oh.
say how 10 and I see.
Yeah, I'm not sure about defensive stances. I don't know if I think it's first off it's a skill that you need to learn. So if you
Yeah, I think if not, it would just give him like +2 to defense, but it's still gonna
Or
hit.
regardless, yeah.
Mhm.
okay. First one fires a crossbow bolt at you. It flies through the air, piercing your shoulder. You take 3 points of damage.
Yep.
Second one is also going to have a shot and rolls a 7. This arrow goes flying past your head.
Oh, I thought you
sticking-
meant it did 7 damage.
No, you missed. It
said,
flies
well, I'm gonna
past you,
die.
sticking into the wall of the rosebud behind you.
Sticking into Sarya.
So can I
Uh,
take a shot now?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna go
Drinks.
after this bowman because he's the best in line.
Okay,
14 total.
that hits.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Or 6 damage.
Okay. Okay. Ignis, what are you doing?
I will move up and then I'm going to cast Firebolt. Really good. I will cast Firebolt on this guy who's in front of me.
Okay.
I think he needs to. I need to roll to dodge, or I think I need to roll to attack. Once I get it up.
There's a
Where
line
are
from
you,
Ignis, if
Fireball?
ever I heard it.
Oh, I was looking at first level spells.
Scott should be pretty prevalent in Firebolt because that's pretty much all he used in the last campaign. What? You should know the rules.
Yeah, I need to make a spell attack.
I've wiped it from my mind, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm glad I saved all those spells to the final boss fight, though.
Don't worry, you guys got a new one. That'd be 19 to hit.
That hits.
Alright. Then that would be a 1d10 fire damage. And I forget for do I add my modifier to cantrips or
Nope.
no? Okay.
Nope.
not
Unless you have
think so.
something that does that, like a feat or something.
No. Oh, that was almost an 2 damage.
Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
We're back to the top of the order, which is you, 25.
Yay! All right, I'm gonna move to this corner of this building.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I'm casting Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Let's see. And I'm going to name... How Hunter's Mark works is I name a target, and I deal 1d6 extra damage whenever I hit that target. If that target dies before the end of the spell, I can choose a new target as a bonus action. The spell lasts 1 hour.
Okay.
So I'm going to name which one of these did he hit with that firebolt?
This guy.
I am going to name that one as my target and attack him.
Okay, you do that.
I'm doing that, and I crit failed.
Okay.
Lovely.
I don't really know what... I'm going to use that little icon. There you go. Okay. That's all your action, movement, everything else?
Yeah.
Back to you.
Yeah.
Back to you, Carla.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's fine though. Move over here. And then I'm going to shout at this one. Your mother is a whore! And cast Vicious Mockery.
Oh, shit. Nice. Dropping bombs.
They must succeed a wisdom saving throw against my DC, which is 13, or take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack.
What kind of save is it?
Wisdom.
Wisdom against a 13.
They fail. So he's like, what? How do you know my mother?
So 1d4.
Can I just say I was so pleased when I saw this on your character sheet.
I love Vicious Mockery. It's great.
Hell yeah.
So you insult him and it does 1d4 damage?
Psychic damage.
Yeah.
Psychic damage, yeah.
That's like the greatest thing. I want that in real life.
You do it, keeps making our friends leave.
I've got that in real life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cain, you're up. Is that the end of your go?
Yeah, that's my end of my turn.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I use Thunderous Smite as a bonus action.
So these are 10-foot squares, I think.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, let me go back to where it was.
Sorry.
You want to just treat them as 5 or treat them as 10?
No, because say the point of it was that they were 150 odd foot away at the start.
All right.
Oh, so you're using longbows then?
Yeah.
Okay, so one. Well, I can't even get to him to hit him then. I go back to the tavern.
It's going to take you 6 turns to get there.
Yeah, I wish I would have known that before I walked freaking 1,000 steps for them just to shoot me.
Try and kick that door down to that house. It's gone so well for these other two.
Show them how it's done. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything I can do then. So, let's see.
You could go 30 and ready in action for when they charge you.
Can I just go and throw 25 out there?
You could.
If you could reach him, yeah.
I'm gonna just hide behind her.
I shoot Cain in the face. No.
I still have a crossbow. I just suck with it.
God, I wish I had the lightning man right now.
Actually, I was happy they're there. How far does that thing even shoot? If it reaches, I'll try it.
What?
The crossbow.
I think it's 80 foot. I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I mean, it shoots further than that, but I think 80 foot is normal
Okay.
attack.
Yeah,
I
it's
can
normal.
totally hit this guy with it.
Okay.
-1. So let's see what happens.
Is it what size crossbow is it?
It's
Light.
a light crossbow.
Light crossbow is 80 foot or 320 foot.
Perfect. So that's 10.
Okay, who are you aiming at, sorry?
This guy up here. Is that the one she yelled at?
Okay. That misses. So it flies past as he sort of pulls his head back as he is still quivering from the abuse that he took. Thinking about his saint of a mother as the crossbow bolt flies past his head. These guys are going to shout at the other ones, "Leave them!" As these guys turn around and see sort of arrows and bolts and everything flying around. So they turn and start to head upwards. These guys are going to dash to here to close the gap. The arrow guys are gonna move up, sort of into these sorts of locations, just to get a better shot on what's going. That's the end of their turn. 25, back to you.
Oh,
Should
nice.
be my turn.
Oh, sorry, Ignis, back to you.
All right. I'm going to. Gonna move up here,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna do magic missile. Gonna do 2 at this guy and 1 at that guy.
Okay. So you pull out your wand and hurl some magic missiles at the first one.
So the first guy took 8 damage,
Okay.
and the second one took 4.
Okay, so the first guy, you fire 2 missiles straight into his chest. They knock him backwards as he falls to the floor, smoke slowly billowing out of his midriff, which now has a fairly sizable hole.
That's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Literally.
Second one sort of turns and looks at you as the bolt hits him. He doesn't look best pleased, but he's still standing. And now we're back with you, 25.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take a couple steps backwards,
And
and I'm going after the guy who has my mark. This one right here.
Okay.
20 total. I'm guessing that hits.
That would hit.
All right. So this plus this. So 10 total damage.
Okay. So your arrow straight into the neck, blood shooting out everywhere as he drops to the floor.
Yes. And as a bonus action, I'll move my mark to this guy. So the lower of the 2 over here.
Okay.
Cool.
Cain, back to you.
Yep. What?
Nothing?
I want to swing at this guy though.
I was desperately hoping you were going to be just 1 square too short.
No.
That would have been
if
amazing.
that was so, I'd have said thanks, guys, to both of them for targeting the ones that I was by instead of the ones that they could get from a distance. But yeah, so I'm
from a
targeting
distance.
this cool cat with my great axe.
Okay.
Nice. So that's 12.
That hits.
Okay, cool.
Cleave him in twain.
I mean that's the
Yep.
goal, but we'll see what happens.
This was the great axe, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay. 6 in
So I
total.
did 6 plus 3. So 9.
You bring down the axe right into his shoulder blade as you, into his shoulder as you swing forward. It's sort of embedded a little bit into him, maybe going a few inches.
I'm
into his
weak.
body as you as you slowly pull it out. It's a big axe, to be fair. Took all of your might just to get it up over your head. And
I got 3 strength. That's pretty good.
okay.
I hope you mean +3 and not just 3.
No, just 3.
These
Yeah,
guys,
+3.
this guy looks a little angry and a little shocked by the fact that he's just been almost hacked in half by an axe. He swings his short sword at you, rolling a 13
Yeah, of course it hits.
for a total of 5 damage.
Okay.
Thrust the sword straight into your gullet through the hole that was left from you piercing Brian. Ironically. And the other guy's also going to have a swing at you, and he rolls an 8.
That misses.
Okay.
Yay.
This guy is going to fire an arrow at the only one he can really see, although he has laid eyes on the other archer
Mm-hmm.
who's been firing arrows around in his...
He can see me.
He's going to shoot an arrow towards the ranger. Rolling a 17.
Don't pity me, Ranger. If you're gonna shoot me, shoot me.
That does hit.
You're taking 4 damage as an arrow strikes you right in the belly,
Ooh, lovely.
and then it vibrates inside you.
Dealing an extra 2 damage, vibrational damage.
The other guy is going to fire at you from just down here. Jordan. He rolls an 11.
Through the building?
Yeah, he sort of sticks his head out.
Oh, okay.
He rolls an 11.
Well, yeah, it's a hit.
Hits you for 6 points of damage before retreating back into the retreating back in behind the house and just moving up one just to give himself a little bit more cover.
Okay.
Ignis, back to you.
Okay, I am going to move.
Did
here.
we skip Kala this round?
No, I don't think so. Carla.
Yeah, we did.
Oh.
Yeah,
come back.
she
We'll
hasn't
come
done
back.
anything since Vicious Mockery.
Yeah.
Sorry, we'll come back to you.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
let
it's
Ignis
fine.
do his thing.
Uh,
and then...
Let Ignis go, and then I'll go.
You go, Carla. I need a text.
All right, okay. I need to text. Right then. See how important we are to you. Yeah, so I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to do Healing Word on Cain.
Okay.
I'm very sorry for inconveniencing you. Which is...
I think he likes being sung to. Out of all the things I know about his character, that's definitely one of them.
12.
It's definitely in the top. I'm trying to keep my demeanor at like a very low
Was
just to
it-
try and stay in character, but it's very challenging for me because I like to be
Was it my best
sarcastic
song?
mean, not just mean.
But...
Kala,
Oh, shit, never mind that.
how did you get 7?
Yeah, I just noticed. I was like, that doesn't make any sense because I just clicked it and was talking about the singing part of it. Yeah, no, it's 9. You get 9 back.
Good, because I was about to die. I didn't want to scare anybody, but I had 6 health left.
Why would they be scared?
Now I mistyped and I have 152 health. I think I'll be fine.
That works.
Okay. Kyle, when he's finished.
Magic missile at this archer.
Okay. How many charges does Magic Missile have?
All 3.
Okay. Go for it.
Some fine hits, my friend.
13 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, your 3 missiles strike true, and he flies backwards against the building, sliding down it, seemingly not moving anymore. It's a little puff of smoke billows out of his. Okay, back to
All right.
25. These guys are
right.
these guys you can sense they came here just to take over the town essentially, and they've somewhat meta match.
We're not gonna let them do this. We're not gonna take it. I don't know. I'm shooting my mark.
Okay.
10 total.
10 total.
Pretty sure it's a miss because I had one earlier.
Probably.
That misses, I'm afraid.
Does your
That
mod give you
happens.
advantage or not?
No, it just gives me an extra 1d6 damage. Plus, it also if I'm trying to do a perception or survival check to find them, I get advantage. But that's about it.
Okay.
That would be nice though. But yeah, so I step back in limited cover, and I'm good for my turn.
This time, Color, is your turn.
Yay!
Yay!
I had to
Yay.
rewrite my initiative list because I couldn't read it.
Well done.
Thanks.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look at this guy
Okay.
and go, and you! Nobody likes your stew, it's vile! And vicious mockery again.
You see one little tear start to form in his eye.
Is it it?
What did you roll?
Well,
Oh,
you
I
have
need
to
to
do a
make a
spell
defense.
save.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, the tear slowly starts to roll down his face.
And it burns
8.
it the entire way down.
That hits him, and he looks towards his mate, and he's like, "But Karen always said she loved my stew." As he drops to the floor, dead. From the
Died of a broken heart over stew.
Wow. Cain, you're up.
So, okay, let's ask which one died, but okay.
Scott, can you mark the archer that's up here as well?
I certainly can, my friend.
Thank you.
Let me use Divine Smite. So when using a melee weapon, and that's a bonus action, I can use a spell slot to do... Actually, wait, I want to use that one because that one's a spell slot. I want to use Thunderous Smite.
Okay.
Because it's going to make it where my next hit gets a bonus, which is also a bonus action, gets a plus 2d6.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I guess it's always going to be a spell slot, but still. Is my mic messing up?
No.
Oh, it must have just been my audio doing that. Okay, cool. See if I hit the person. Probably not. Did that land on 5? Oh, it landed on 13? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's 18.
That hits.
Cool. So that's going to be, what was it? Plus 2d6.
Nice.
So I'm just going to do, what is it? That plus, and that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, 4. What am I doing? Plus 7.
Okay. So he.
So 8 plus 7.
Okay. He doesn't look good. He takes it on the chin, and he turns to his mate, who's slowly dropping down to his knees, and he says, "I always thought your stew was all right." He just crumbles to the floor.
It also makes a 300-foot sound of thunder.
Okay.
And the enemy has to do a saving strength throw or be pushed back 10 feet, knocked prone. I realize he's dead, but
Yeah, I mean,
I just wanted to knock him
think
the F
based-
back because I've been annoyed I keep missing.
Yeah, I think
so-
based on that, he flies backwards. His last vision
There
What
my
was that?
attack.
there was the thunder wave.
Yeah.
That was actual thunder.
I know it was. That was pretty good timing, I must say.
Yeah.
It really was.
It's his dying vision of just of stew bubbling away in a pot.
That was actually like the second or third thunder we've heard so far from Jesse's end.
Yeah, it's coming down pretty bad here.
But it
So
is
if I-
thundering here, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll probably get it soon if Jesse has it.
This archer is like.
Hopefully, I mean,
socket,
it's already past you.
Maybe.
and starts heading off out of town as quickly as his little legs will carry him.
Quick, kill him. Mainly because he looks like 25.
Ignis, you're up.
Right.
Don't let him out of town. He'll tell on us.
Yeah.
Then the Emperor will come back.
Right, I am going to.
Isn't that actually like 260 away then? Because this is 10
No.
squares? Is that...
No, because
I think this does it in feet.
yeah.
It's
the
doing
right
it in.
distance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it counts them.
But I was saying since okay.
No,
I
there
didn't realize
it's
he had
counting them
he
as
had it
10
set to
foot
10
squares.
already. Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
Yeah. All right. I am going to cast Magic Missile again, and gonna make it non-lethal.
Okay.
Can you make magic missile non-lethal?
I don't.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
As
like
far
my.
as I knew, it was only melee that can be.
Yeah, it doesn't
non-lethal.
sound like the kind of non-lethal.
I can make my. I aim my last missile to hit his foot.
Okay. Not sure that's necessarily how it works, but fire away.
I make this arrow non-lethal. To
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not. It's not non-lethal. That's not how it works.
All right, well then, yeah, pretty sure he's dead.
What did you roll? 9, 12.
11.
Yeah. Yeah, your arrows kind of pierced right through his chest.
Good.
Coming out the other side, hitting the wall behind him. You're pretty sure he might still be alive, though.
He's pinned into the door he tried to kick down.
Yeah.
And then you realise, no, he's definitely dead.
Yeah.
Because you just shot missiles through his chest. Okay, so at that point, you know, where there were 3 people standing out here, there was the middle-aged man, there was Esmelda, and there was the man in the black hood. He seems to have disappeared. But Esmelda's still standing outside, soaking wet. Obviously been watching what's been going on. She sort of heads over to you and says, "Thanks very much."
I'm gonna ask her, does this happen a lot?
I just start looting everything while she's talking.
Okay.
Yeah, same. I would like
Of course
to.
you do.
Same. I'd like to.
I thought
You were
you were
about
talking
to
to
talk
her.
I'll talk to her.
Yeah, don't let Kyle just start looting everything.
Well, if,
bullcrap. He's
where is she, Scott? Where is she right now?
Kyle's the
She's-
force
yeah.
feast.
Well,
she's
because there's a
walking-
dead body in front of me, and where is Esmelda?
on
Is
it.
she like
She-
back
she-
at the tavern?
She's walking. Yeah, she's outside the tavern.
All right.
She's sort of walking out towards
Walking
you
out.
guys.
All right.
So you guys are looting.
Yeah,
She's-
I would like. You said they have longbows.
Mhm.
Either of them better than the other, or they're just both long standard.
They're pretty worn. They're pretty, you know, they're old. They're a bit chipped and sort of tatty around the edges, but they look like reliable longbows.
I'll take a longbow and all the arrows. Period.
So
Just all
15
the arrows.
Just all the
15
arrows.
All the arrows.
Have you got the stats for longbows or?
I'll grab it. No worries.
Okay. Kyle, you find a short sword essentially on the one that you're looting with 2 gold pieces.
Okay.
Cain, are you looting these 2 in front of you?
Yeah.
A couple more short swords. Leather armor
Oh boy, something that still doesn't help me.
and 5 gold pieces between the 2 of them.
Oh boy, we're getting somewhere.
Jesse, you find 2 gold pieces on your 2 as well
Woohoo!
in total. Carla, you find nothing. Gotta be quicker than this.
Yeah, it's a shame.
And there's vultures around.
It's almost like my character isn't concerned with monetary things.
So Esmelda sort of comes out, says thank you,
Mine's not either. I just didn't want to have to hear her talk.
and beckons you back towards the bar. She's upset. She's soaking wet because she's been standing outside in the peeing down rain for the last 2 or 3 minutes as this transpired. She walks back into the bar, starts drying herself off, sits down at one of the tables and pulls herself a shot of some kind of liquid and starts to drink it at the bar. Her son is obviously was told to stay inside. Is sort of asking what was happening. She's sort of trying to calm him down. As I take it, you guys head back in, or are you staying outside, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna.
While
head back
they're
in.
talking, I actually interrupt them and ask them if they'll buy short swords.
As Melda looks at you and says, "I run a bar."
Is that a yes?
No, that's not a yes. and then downs another shot.
I'm gonna ask. All right.
Sorry, carry on.
You go, Scott.
So the middle-aged man who was sort of listening to your whole conversation looks at Esmeralda and says, like, just tell him.
Does he buy short swords?
He doesn't look like he uses a short sword. It's quite rotund. He doesn't look like the fighting type.
That's okay. I can still sell it.
I'm gonna whisper in Cain's ear. I think you need to find a blacksmith.
Also, how many short swords are you now carrying?
3.
What are you carrying them in?
My backpack. I've got a little holster on the side. I want to be as edgy as possible.
Okay.
You know how like The Witcher has like the dual sword thing on the back? Well, I've got like a thing down the side. It's got like 15.
Okay. He's got a long coat on. You open it. There's just loads of short.
I just thought he was like trying to become the Iron Throne, so he had like 3 sticking out from his back.
I was gonna say it's like that scene from The Matrix where they open the jackets and it's all the guns.
Yeah.
Or he's trying to build a skirt out of long swords. They're all on his
actually
belt.
all my clothes.
Now it's a trench coat, not a skirt.
Well, I mean skirt out of short swords.
Don't you have like wings on your back?
Yep.
Surely
That's why it's on my side.
Oh, okay. Silly me.
Yeah, you got to plan these things out.
So, have you guys gone back into the bar? Is there anything you're doing outside? Is there?
Yeah. I mean,
Let's go back into the bar.
Yeah, I went back in.
Yep.
I asked them if somebody in town will buy these.
There is blacksmiths in town. She goes on to say that there will be people buying it, but she's more concerned with the pressing matter of what just happened. Okay. So she goes on to say that the town started getting raided a few weeks back. It started on the outskirts and has been progressing. The town watch found out it was sort of a gang of bandits to the east, and they went to go and deal with them. That was a week ago. They haven't returned, and now the town is pretty undefended, and she's concerned that soon it will be, especially with this. It was lucky that you guys are here, otherwise they'd be taking over the town. Is kind of the message that you get from her. She's visibly upset. She's concerned for the safety of herself and her son, and obviously seeing other citizens dead in the street.
Well, then it sounds like we're going to the east.
She looks at Percy, and Percy says that we haven't got much. We can give you maybe 50 gold if you can help with the problem.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I thought you were outside in the rain.
Yeah, well, I acted like it. I hid behind the table.
She sort of
I'm
looks
broody.
over.
I'm not a madman. I'm going to get pneumonia out there.
Yeah, no, Cain
She
is still
looks over.
outside. He's just at the door.
Yeah, I'm sitting against it, still listening.
She looks out towards you and then sort of looks back at everybody else and just sort of raises her eyebrows, and then carries on. She goes behind the bar, grabs 4 glasses and 5 glasses and starts pouring out a shot for each of you. And Percy, for the first time since you, other than the giggling, for the first time smiles a little bit. And then she says, "You're welcome to stay here as long as it takes. If there's anything you can do, if there's anything you need, please let us know. And I'm sure one of the blacksmiths will buy the swords." Now stop asking me about the fucking swords. Okay, what do you guys?
Leather.
Shut up. No. I run a tavern.
So the last tavern we went to, and they bought like 4 shields, 27 spoons.
I buy chickens. I buy chickens or ale.
This leather kind of used to be an animal.
Have you got any ale?
No.
Okay. She
Cain totally does, but whatever. He doesn't want to sell it.
It was nice ale, to be fair.
No, we drank it on the way.
No, you had different ale. You picked up.
And 25 doesn't get to have any of it.
You picked up a special ale.
I share it with Ignis because he's my boy.
Okay.
Kind of odd.
Too.
Well, in Cain's terms, it's more just he doesn't like 25. He can't trust 25, and Ignis helped him.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he trust 25?
Because he murdered that guy in the beginning, remember?
Because I was
He's
trying
trying
to
to
save
stairs.
myself by kicking him downstairs.
You know.
Yeah, no, that would do it.
Which I
Yeah,
think
that-
it's funny that an angel would befriend a fiend over a murderer.
This would be like a shitty sitcom. I'm just
Well, the
gonna
thing
put it
is
out there.
that the fiend isn't an evil person. The guy that murdered someone to save his own skin is an evil person.
That's not evil.
True.
That's the definition of evil.
No, that's self-preservation.
Yeah, through murder.
I mean, not necessarily. I was kicking him down the stairs. That doesn't mean he couldn't survive the onslaught of crazy-ass spiders.
He fell to his death.
Sure.
Sorry, they weren't arse spiders, they were cave spiders.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
That
Oh,
would
yeah.
have the size of Jesse's butt.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Should we take a long rest before heading out?
That
Yeah, so
would
it's
be
about-
appreciated.
It's about 10, 11 o'clock at night. You know, it's
Oh,
getting-
then yeah.
Okay. So you guys head up to the room. It's a fairly compact room. It has got 6 beds in it. Anybody do anything when they get to the room, or is it just straight to sleep? Or I'm not looking at anyone in particular here.
I know.
I'm just going straight to sleep. I'm gonna cuddle my loot.
I mean, I'm gonna have to brood for a while first, but
I don't sleep. I trance.
Okay.
I spend about 17 minutes trying to get up on top of the actual tavern to stand on top of it and brood like Batman, and after realizing I can't, I go in because it's wet and I keep slipping. I go inside.
Scott, is the other barmaid still around?
You mean Esmelda?
No, you said there were 2 of them.
No, there was just the one, and her son was
Oh, okay.
working on the.
Oh
waiting
yeah, I
tables.
also warned Sarya that if she hasn't noticed, Ignis is kind of an incubus and is trying to bang every chick we meet.
He hasn't
I
had
kind
much
of
You kind of
yet,
just-
weirdly.
What?
Does this at him and then just rolls over, goes back to sleep.
Okay. So you guys going to sleep?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, as much as an elf for Jesse does sleep.
Okay. Cain,
That's me.
you drift off to sleep and you begin to have a dream.
Uh-oh.
All the
Oh.
black brothers and white brothers and black sisters and white sisters will live together in harmony.
You have that dream first of all. Then you see yourself in the third person in plate armor, as sort of walking down a road, sun shining, glistening off your armor. Birds are singing, blue sky ahead.
It's a nightmare for me.
Your holy symbol of
It's
of-
too happy. Oh, sorry, go on.
your holy symbol of Fultis around your neck. The focus shifts to behind you, looking over your shoulder. As it does, you see a small town. Children are playing outside. There's a small number of town guards at the entrance.
Uh-oh.
Most of the civilians you see are going about their daily routines. As you get towards the town, you watch as your hand slides down and slowly draws out your mace, a long-handled golden mace with a slight white aura glistening around the outside. As you see the mace swing down, connecting with a thud to the head of a young girl no more than 6 years old. Her lifeless body falls to the ground. You watch as the guards shout and pull their weapons, the peaceful tranquility of the hamlet broken by the screams of children. Again, this time your view shifts to your own eyes. You look down. You see the grass start to turn to ash. You watch as the sky turns dark grey. Trees become burnt. You look down at the corpse in front of you. It's a rotting skeletal fiend lying lifeless on the floor. Your attention turns towards the group of undead evil heading your way. As you charge at the group, your vision fades to black. Slowly, you begin to open your eyes. You see a bright blue sky, the sun blazing down on your face. You hear birds sing in the distance. You feel a bead of sweat running down your face as you reach your armored hand up to wipe it away. It's red. You roll over to assess your surroundings. As you do, you're greeted by the cold, dead eyes of a lady a matter of inches away from your face, staring back. Lying on her torso is a small child, a boy no more than 4, his hair crimson red, his back slowly expanding, contracting, in short, sharp breaths. As you reach out and roll him over, his limp body slumps backwards. His eyes roll back in his head as the last breath escapes his body. As this happens, you feel the light that you once followed, the good that one kept you strong, ebbing away from you. You feel the power you once relied on diminish as you hear a chuckle, the familiar voice of Garame, your diva. His laughter dies out as you feel the bond you had with him break as he leaves your side. As you slowly raise to your feet, you witness the full level of devastation around you. Bodies lay strewn around the town. You look down, you see your armor covered in red. The symbol of Foltus cracked and blackened. Your golden mace transformed from gold to black. The white aura replaced by grey. As the view moves back to that of the third person, you see yourself drop your mace at your feet as you step over the corpse and stagger out of the town. That's when you wake up. 25, do you want to roll me some perception?
I weed myself. Oh.
Holy shit.
I want to check if you've noticed he's soiled the bed.
10 total.
So in your trance, you kind of notice there's movement. You know, you notice that something is going on. You look up, open your eyes, and you see Cain pouring with sweat, sitting up in his bed.
Sitting up like awake, or
he's pretty much awake. Yeah, he's kind of been startled awake in what just happened.
I kind of tilt my head to the side. You okay?
I'm fine.
All right then. Go back to my trance.
At that point, Cain, you reach down and look at your holy symbol, which is still around your neck at this point, still cracked, still blackened.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. Now everybody got a cool look at my backstory.
Shit's intense.
Seriously.
So much edge.
Lord.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The Lord of the Edge.
25's the murderer.
Yeah.
Hey, mine made sense though. You heard the beginning of it. I saw them all as zombies.
That's right. So the morning comes. You guys, Cain, you eventually drift back to sleep, get a good night's rest, or as good as that night's rest can be, based on the scenario.
Same dream as usual.
Next morning, you all wake up, head down into the tavern. There's food ready for you, bread and collection of fruit, etc. on the table. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I guess our health and stuff's full, and I'll probably just grab a quick thing to eat, and then I immediately head off for a blacksmith.
How did I know you were going to say that?
Because I need to get something to keep me alive, and I know that in this world anything can happen at any time.
That's true.
Well, I know the smith can be evil, so I'm going to try and hope it's not an agent smith.
I've been expecting you, Mr. Mordred.
Are you heading out by yourself? Are you going with these guys? Are you waiting for these guys to finish, or are you just sort of heading out?
I go by myself. I'll be fine.
Says Milda that she says there's one literally just outside the town fence. As you remember, she said that you noticed that the town had sort of swelled slightly bigger than the original wall that was around it. Okay, so you head out. You head down the road. You hear the familiar clatter of iron on an anvil. There's still teeming down with rain at this moment in time. You look up the sky; it's still absolutely sort of black. Thunder still rolling around in the distance. But you head into a blacksmith. He doesn't notice you. Doesn't greet you. He's hammering away at what looks like a longsword.
Okay. Let's see what the prices of things are.
Yeah, I was just doing that.
I was gonna say you could probably trade all your stuff for armor, if possible.
Well, while he's doing that, I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay. Actually, how long have we been going?
About an hour 20.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got something here.
What you got?
Um,
There it is.
where are the weapons? God damn it!
And the player's guide, page 149.
Yeah, I didn't bring them with me.
And Jordan, what kind of armor can you wear?
Why would I?
Can I wear? I think I can wear anything.
Anything? All right.
Yeah, any armor, any shields, any weapons.
Okay, so you know he's still minding his own business. You recollect that short swords can sell anywhere between 5 to 10 gold.
Okay. I tell him I have 3 of them.
Okay.
You also have that armor that you can leather armor.
As you look down, you see a small pile of short swords. You know, there's 3 or 4 already on the floor. Kind of looks at you. He's like, I can give you. He takes one. He checks it over. So I give you 15 gold for all 3.
Deal.
Okay. So he inspects each one. Sort of runs his finger down the blade. Doesn't look too displeased with them. They look okay. And he hands over 15 gold.
Okay. I also offer him the leather, the new leather I got.
Okay. So he looks at that.
I want to keep the old one because that was Brian's armor. I'm keeping that.
He's slightly less interested in that. He's not an armor smith. He's not a lot he can do with leather armor. It looks in all right condition. That being said, he's like, I can give you 10 gold for it.
Deal.
Okay. So he checks it over. He makes sure that everything is okay with it, and then reaches down, grabs another 10 gold out of his pocket.
Okay. Let's see. Excuse me. I kind of need to save up for better armor, but I guess for the time being, I'll buy ring armor or ring mail.
Okay. So he looks at you. He's like, that's 45 gold pieces, please.
How much is it?
45.
I pull out a book in front of me and I say, it clearly says here it's 30 gold. Cheapskate.
Yeah. He said, if we had lots of stock, it would be. I've only got the one.
Use those swords. Make a couple more.
45 gold pieces, please.
Tell him I don't have that kind of money.
Okay. He goes, well, come back when you've got it.
I'll go to a different smith. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you heading out to a different smith?
Yeah, I go to every smith that no. Then I point out, since there's so many swords, how much for a longsword?
He's actually working on a longsword right now, and he says that they are about 15 gold each.
Sure, I don't have that kind of money, and I leave.
He chuckles a little bit to himself, and he turns back around, starts hammering on the blade again.
Joke's on him. He just bought 3 short swords from me, and leather for full price.
You watch as he writes on a chalkboard, short swords, 20 gold.
That's fine.
No, he's
apparently nobody's buying his stock, so this is fine. He's going in debt.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else happening? You guys, you eating your breakfast? Anything you doing?
I'm asking Esmeralda more about the bandit camp to the east. Knows any more about it?
She says she doesn't really know too much. I mean,
or if she can point us in the, I guess, direction of their
yeah, it's to the east.
Well, of their town.
No, she essentially says that the raid started happening a few weeks back. And we thought it was just localized bandits, and they always seem to come from the same place. So we sent out a scouting party. We found a group. They found a group of them. They appeared to be holding up in a cave formation on top of a hill. And the town watch went, and that's the last thing we've heard. And then, unfortunately, these aren't the first people to turn up like this. The burnt the burnt couple who you found last night. There was some other times where people on the outskirts of town have turned up in exactly the same state. But that's kind of all she knows.
So as I return to the place, I also ask if she knows who Emperor Palpatine was, the guy that did all the electrocution stuff.
She didn't see him. I mean, obviously she saw what happened.
She served the guy.
Well, I don't think that was the same one.
Oh, okay. There was the guy with the cloak that was sitting by the...
Yeah, but as you left the bar, this geezer was standing.
Oh, okay. See, I thought they were the same person.
Yeah, I think they were both wearing similar style.
Yeah, circle of happenstance.
Yeah, Emperor's robes.
Yep.
So she didn't make out his face. She's never seen anything like that before.
It was probably kind of green and all electrocuted.
She doesn't know a great deal more.
Okay.
She does tell you that you need to head through the town, get to the sort of the edge of the houses. You'll go past one large farmstead, turn east after that, and you'll see it. You have to go over one hill, and then it's sort of at the crest of the second hill behind it.
I'm gonna make sure while this is all going on to go at least care for our horse. I know he's old and decrepit and stuff, but feed him.
So thankfully there was sort of shelter for him. He looks pretty disappointed. Not only has he had to carry you lot for 4 days, he just looks a little bit disappointed that he's stuck out here and you're just bringing him, like, I presume, an apple or something.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a horse.
Is spoiled.
Make an animal handling check to see if he kicks you in the nuts.
Probably does.
You know what?
16.
For the first time, you're feeling like you're actually starting to connect with someone.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you feel like this horse understands you.
Until 25 kicks it down a flight of stairs to save himself.
Now, I would never do that to an animal.
No, he's gonna cut it. He's gonna cut it in half and use it as a tauntaun.
While it's alive.
No, that's the next mission.
Throw it back together while he's in it and have it run.
That would be a way to travel.
The true Trojan horse.
Yes.
Okay, you guys heading out? You staying where you are? What are you doing?
I head back into the tavern and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I guess we're heading east. Sarya, are you gonna join us or?
Well, I assumed more people would probably be beneficial. Don't know how many bandits there are.
It's true, more the merrier.
Agreed.
Especially with our lot.
I don't think I'd use the word merrier. That kind of glance over at Cain.
Well, I mean, you had a beautiful girl, then it becomes more merrier.
Is there one present?
Ooh.
Shots fired.
Talk about vicious
Seriously.
mockery.
I know.
And this
Good
is
thing
why
there's no psychic damage attached to that.
This is why I call Cain
No,
grumpy.
just ethereal.
Wow.
Does radiant.
Sorry, it doesn't seem bothered by it
I
though.
realize she killed someone over stew, and you're willing to.
No, he committed suicide over Stu. She just made fun of him for it. Ultimately, her character is the textbook definition of what a bully is.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are heading out. Do we want to
An
take a break?
inspirational bully, because I also give inspiration.
Sure.
You want to take a break for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Sounds
Sure.
good.
Yeah.
Cool.